But when they talk about other foreign coaches, are almost free, for instance, be free Italy, be free Portugal, be free Sweden. I mean, all other European countries, almost be do be set on plight. Or the English Premiership, they always do well. But then I think there is a certain quota of foreign coaches that are mobile into the English Premiership. They find it very difficult to try in the English Premiership. Talk about Italian coaches or mobile into the English Premiership. They've been able to be successful. The Spanish coaches are mobile into the English Premiership and they are always on top and they deliver very well. But Portuguese coaches, no, I can't say case kakra womo. Some Portuguese coaches in the into the English Premiership, a few of them, it's more successful in most of the football clubs or meeting me a coach at their mom. With the exception of Jose Mourinho, who at the time I know into Chelsea Football Club in 2004, there was a certain Italian coach who to the foundation the Chelsea Football Club. So when Jose Mourinho came, Claudio Ranieri shared the foundation of Chelsea and a lot of players investment, a lot of players into the football club. And Mourinho only needed to make sure say foundation now Claudio Ranieri asset Ediama Chelsea. He only needed to make sure say or build the foundation, making sure say those kind of team will be competitive enough to win a lot of trophies for Chelsea. Because at the time I know Portugal, we saw Seno Oye Jumadema FC Porto or compete in Europa League the next subsequent season, or better compete in the UEFA Champions League or go into the finals or winning that particular game against Monaco, and making sure that even at the stands and all winning the side of Manchester United at the time, Sir Alex Ferguson, the top quality football players and one match up against FC Porto, but then he was able to evict the side of Sir Alex Ferguson from that particular route, or the champions in 2004. Roman Abramovich who said Ranieri now or Italian coach, he has done very well. Or the Chelsea about the top four, but then ultimately the English Premiership, ultimately into the Champions League. Let me pick a particular series when I'm watching the game and I say, oh, FC Porto, Portugal. At the time of free Portugal, a lot of journalists and reporters say Mourinho career now the English Premiership, he is going to end up ultimately successful enough because at that time he had a lot of people and they were doing very well. As Wenger was there, he was doing very well. The side of Sir Alex Ferguson was there, and then he was also doing very well. Mourinho, by the side of Chelsea Football Club, making sure that in the side of 2004, Obetimi go close to about 15 games, and that's 15 goals on one concede here, making sure that he will be able to become a stable football coach for Chelsea, winning back-to-back domestic league, and making sure that FA Cup and EFL Cups for Chelsea Football Club, he will win it for Chelsea. And even at the time of free Chelsea, the second team Mourinho placed the man was Manchester United as a Portuguese coach. When he went to Manchester United, that particular season, it was regarded as one of the best seasons after the side of Sir Alex Ferguson. With about 84, 87 points, Odidi is second against the side of Manchester City Pep Guardiola. This has been the biggest season after Sir Alex Ferguson coached Manchester United. And within the next subsequent season, after sending Nyamenko in the domestic league, he used Manchester United to win the Europa League for the football club. He set that particular standard. And also the second after the side of Sir Alex Ferguson. So what should the post Sir Alex Ferguson or Nwakasa coaches on Abeshe in Manchester United are? Mourinho is regarded as one of the biggest taxer on Nwakasa team enforcement, and he has become the best coach after Sir Alex Ferguson or Otimishan and now Manchester United. So we accumulated in the English Premiership. The kind of games he played close to about 363 Premier League matches, with about 217 of them all winning after Manchester United. Don't forget that he went to Tottenham Hotspur and then he became successful. All winning and also all a lot of things at the Manchester United. When he went to Tottenham Hotspur, after so many years in Tottenham Hotspur, team go into major final, he took them to the EFL Cup final, but then he is sacking in the football club team. Or accumulated close to about 59.8% in the English Premiership as a top Portuguese coach, while leaving the tax at Manchester United, Chelsea Football Club, and Tottenham Hotspur, what they iron a Juma. This is often about to take Odini Juma. Make Mourinho Asemno, they talk about another Portuguese coach, and when he came, he did very well. They said André Villas-Boas. This was the coach to me personally, not one of the favorite coaches At the time, I know free Porto Airban, no being said he is actually masterminding the side of Jose Mourinho. Come for the Porto, are successful enough in Europe. Come for the Porto, are successful enough in the Portuguese league flight. Andre Villas-Boas was one of the prominent coaches. Free Portugal Airban, I told it why I said, over the English Premiership, Obe coachy, Edema Chelsea Football Club. I told it why I said he will become the best coach after Jose Mourinho, the Portuguese coach, or Babedi Nijuma. But when he became unsuccessful. Or he unsuccessful with Chelsea. Because at that time, although arguably, almost 15 matches about them at Chelsea, the winning percentage streak of them at Chelsea Football Club was very low because of a lot of unfortunate incidents they see here in the dressing room and other football players almost in the Chelsea Football Club. The likes of John Terry, Frank Lampard, and DJ Drogba have a lot of issues with Villas-Boas, the kind of tactics, the kind of new relationship with players and other things about Chelsea Football Club when they're successful. But when he was in Portugal, he was able to use FC Porto to win the Portuguese league flight. He was able to qualify FC Porto into the Champions League. They moved into the quarterfinals. He did very well. But when he came to Tottenham Hotspur, after Chelsea, he came back to the English Premiership. As also before Tottenham Hotspur. When he came to Tottenham Hotspur, he became successful because of with about 81 matches or more at the man aside of Tottenham Hotspur, he was able to get 42 wins for Tottenham Hotspur, and the winning percentage was 51.9% for him at Tottenham Hotspur as a football club. Then after the South Andre Villas-Boas, we saw Nuno Espirito when he came to the side of the English Premiership over Amorin in 2017. At the time, when about Wolves, Wolves wasn't competitive enough because he spent 4 years at Wolverhampton Wanderers and close to about 150 matches or more at the match of Wolverhampton Wanderers. He was able to have close to about 78.9% winning streak for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Nuno Espirito, call the side of Tottenham Hotspur. When he went to Tottenham Hotspur, was successful enough for Tottenham Hotspur. Back to the side of Nottingham Forest. For the first time, and Nottingham Forest will go away from the European football. He is making sure that he will come back in a standstill and Nottingham Forest will qualify to the European Champions League. And Nuno Espirito is doing very well. After Jose Mourinho, after the side of Andre Villas-Boas, and Nuno Espirito, I'm seeing Nuno Espirito on Jose Mourinho. But we have seen Ruben Amorin on FC Porto in Portugal. Now he was doing very well. Sporting Lisbon. Now he was doing very well. Although he was a player who played very well for Benfica, but after the playing career, he went to FC Braga in the youth academy to coach them. Gilbert Benyan stars at FC Braga and other teams with my coach Diamaya can be very good power because at the side of FC Braga, he was having close to about 2.4% in terms of points in every game at academy. Graduating man back into the first team A, he was able to get 77% in terms of matches about FC Braga because the Portuguese Super Cup 2.4 points in that particular FC Braga team A. Then he came to Sporting Lisbon. At Sporting Lisbon, with the last 2 years of the man started Sporting Lisbon as a coach, he was able to have 71%. Otimini had 2.3% in that particular tenor as a subsequent coach for Sporting Lisbon. But when he came to Manchester United, at the time of Manchester United, now Man U at the 5th as a 7th. Eric Ten Hag was doing very well for Manchester United. Since December, at Manchester United, any 30 points. December to me, because Manchester United 39 points. Meaning that the last 4 months, Manchester United just 9 points. The number of miles about Manchester United, you check it, we need just 16 pay. It lose close to about 18 games that Manchester United. It tells you, Ruben Amorin, that potential thing after Jose Mourinho, after Andre Villas-Boas, and after Nuno Espirito, who Portuguese coach and mobile the English Premiership and successful. We've seen Papa we friends Ruben Amorin we're failing with that particular task. The first season with the Manchester United as a main coach for Manchester United. And it is actually having that particular case, the side of, Ruben Lage, coach most of these clubs, Hull City, and even Carlos coach, the side of Fulham, they are not doing very well as a basic coach. So, as a Portuguese coaches, they are not doing very well for themselves. But DIABY, we are seeing Obia when you believe. Obia what your young son obeying a Juma. What's a hey, what the old Yanson or Betina if you deal with
yeah, the answer of it.
We bompire.
Bompire.
Yes, we bompire.
Okay.
Be a spiritual person to be bompire. Obia when you more. But your superstitious beliefs, any walk on be a fason to yen a juma, and as we are not dancing or being a juma. And not sure say football na air bono, and as a real sim na mona you to know. Obia when you believe. A table will be torn and cow pound. This or to issue so good for my son or the Nankanis baby was or this in Asani Ataman. The same thing. Say player boba or what the oye and sana be beat makuye diamano. Me Husana Luta, Ebo Rafinha video. Ana all wear or paxo, means the Sabi Benyamamia. Not all wear or paxo echo treba. I will make sure say Barcelona edge the domestic league and also Omuji the La Liga adje. The Copa del Rey, Aqua Nimu in the Champions League, IBBA, we are the FC Barcelona, or one Casanis position believes act or practicing. And son animated Nakuyi Amano as an individual player, Brennan Lack. And Sardian is in football. You can play football, but then ultimately spirituality outside football. Football and spirituality combined. The time Mekasan said, in the early 1960s, the world player knows in Academy Brazil. He was that particular striker no second Brazil, but then in 1963, the form no at the core form, and then he told it why say as a basic player, also a kind Edema Brazil, also a kind in the Brazilian Premier League, no, he wanted his form to come up. There was this particular magician in Argentina, Gonzalo Chavez. Our coffin free Argentina in the bar Brazil catch and say the form the piano the form, and so going to the 1965 World Cup, he will need a lot of miracle to master team in his football career. Gonzalo Chavez at Jesse no at the Argentina so the man or buy no boom. Brazil world Pele the form no sounds to the paper back beam a bathroom and a ball. So who in 1919 France 1988 World Cup or make catch said that haircut now. Ronaldo de Lima Kuchayano, it was a particular believer. Now most of these people need him say so Koya Sardian Eddie Black Rebel 2002 Korea Japan. Yeah. Omuni say so Koya Sarah Madiana definitely at the Black Bedroom. And Obiantimin Kanchem say Satam Nana Ronaldo de Lima Koya Sar act no. Very, very well because players na can come away pro akwaba or World Cup final. No could that weird haircut. No be out of not no be a casafa that weird haircut no. Or no catcher say no be say or my pressure free no so. Be say oh come no. He had some sign of things or with that particular haircut. Cristiano Ronaldo bet sure say always when he wants to come last from his tunnel or back into the field of play or the night right ABC Park no so. So Luis Suarez, who said the right hand or the bandage upon the right hand, or Bekacho said, "Ene droye e Uruguay, which that's our right hand also." Yes,
that is true.
Yes. What's mean in film? Football and spirituality is part of it. So Rafinha yes, we now who's a man for the tableau moody Rafinha tema. It's part of football. It's part of it. Maybe tie me umadi ame and some better na no. Obia o na dia oye. So what I say? First, no, se me control me uses me do semester be na me control exams ah. When say me make yala dim how like dore mandai to. Na soft to lam talam. Be bo A+ is here.
Odo na akare.
Huh?
Na akare.
Yala dim how like dore mandai to. Na soft to lam talam.
Cheze.
And then I say.
Hey, bawo we get pa macho. Ana na yawo yesa. Sankasa no se dey.
Inanta ba bi during za fi Maria ma Jesus ke yaro shi. Obia ne de oye.
Do so ka dey.
Oze dey na. Ma bom pa yemi no ache. Yala dim hawala ka during mandai tu na suftu lam talam. Inanta ba bi during za fi Maria ma Jesus ke yaro shi.
Abi wote ade.
Enye kasa na America unim kasa
enye say hausa na ere kasa uni ano we chira so abisisi ya
it is wow
abo uni ane amzo we uni ano keche sa
so ya ayukuni abranti nti ogini emedi
nyama obi agi nyama na mi ade keche kishi pa kishi odi ahuru mu na ofia sa kishi sa